you've got the media keeps talking, hearing from this guy, Peter Peterson. He's head of something called the Concord Coalition, talking about how we have to get rid of entitlements. That's basically taking away your Social Security and your veterans pensions and your veterans benefits. That's you know what? You are entitled to your entitlements. I'm sorry. You paid into your Social Security. It's an insurance plan, and they want to take it away. Well, who's Peter Peterson? He's he's a billionaire investment banker. So in other words, you shouldn't get the money. He should. They don't tell you that. This guy's fighting against entitlement. Well, what he's saying is, turn over your pension to me. When they talked about privatizing the pension plans, they were talking about basically, Paul Krugman saying, hey, this doesn't make any sense numerically. You can't make more money in the U.S. stock market than the government in its bonds. Well, the answer is they weren't going to keep it in the U.S. They were going to send it to China, where there's more money.
Well, it's worse than that. I mean, I've tracked these big banks the last 100 years. They lobby for big government. They lobby for cities to take most of the tax money in the states and invest it in these comprehensive annual financial report funds. And then the public's only told about the budget, not all these other investments. I mean, this is just pure criminality.
Yeah, I mean, basically they're using the state. You're right. They use the state budget as piggy banks for their speculation. And I see it in Europe, where I also work with the BBC, where Finland found its pension funds just sucked away on derivatives. They didn't even know what they were buying. So it's and the money doesn't disappear. I mean, this idea that it doesn't disappear, it's going into someone's pocket. It doesn't, simply evaporate. This is a big shift in wealth.
Well, here's the problem, Greg. As you've studied and know, they will destroy a country. They will take a first world nation like Argentina and reduce it down into a third world hellhole. They will do that here if we don't stop them. But I guess you're just saying it's just going to happen.
Well, no, I think if people are informed. I mean, one thing I've traveled around the world. Americans are actually impressive in one way, that they are reactive. They get the information. But that's why they, as Daniel Ellsberg says, the good thing about Americans is that you have to lie to them. The bad thing is that it's fairly easy to do. So that's the problem, is that, we're surrounded by a media which keeps saying the same thing. Get rid of entitlements. The Greek workers are guilty. So it goes on and on. People have borrowed too much money for their homes; they deserve to lose them. Blaming the victims constantly, as opposed to, and the poor banks. We have to save the financial system, when they don't mean that at all. They mean save the financiers. And that's the big problem. People just don't have the information.
They're holding us hostage. They're telling the people, you'll get your 401k, you'll get your pension if you let us raise taxes. And now they're so greedy. I'm sure you've seen the articles all over Forbes and Bloomberg where federal regulators are, quote, ordering private pension funds to, quote, invest in failed banks. I come knock on your door and say, Greg, I want you to invest in a failed bank. You don't have a choice.
Well, exactly. The whole point is that they are looking to you to provide them the capital that they've lost. That's what it's about.
And we have to insure all their bets that are made worldwide. Back in 60 seconds with Greg Palast of GregPalast.com. He's going to give you an inside scoop on what's really going on with the British Petroleum mega spill in the Gulf of Mexico.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
All right, we got 5 more minutes with Greg Palast, then I'm going to take a round of phone calls for Lex, Ruth, Tim, George, Howard, and others that are holding. Greg Palast is working with the BBC, hot on the big petroleum spill going on the last 2 weeks. Greg, what's the bottom line on this in your investigation?
Well, there's several things. One, this is the old game. British Petroleum actually owns the oil in Alaska. And the Exxon Valdez, despite Exxon having its name on the ship, British Petroleum was more to blame there because they were in charge of oil spill response. And just like this time, they lie about what they're capable of doing. They're supposed to have equipment out there. They're supposed to have these rubber skirts. You just need a lot of rubber, basically, to stop a spill. They didn't have it in the Gulf. They didn't have it 20 years ago when the Exxon Valdez ran aground. That should have never been a big disastrous spill. It doesn't matter if the ship ran aground. It should have been, that oil should have been contained. British Petroleum, I've been following these guys for 22 years. These guys, the way that they deal with oil spill response is they lie, they obfuscate, they prevaricate. And, that's why I'm going back up to Alaska, because that's really where it starts, just the endless lie. And by the way, when Obama says, well, we still need the oil, and he opens up the coast, more of the coast of Alaska, well, that's not for America. That oil goes to Japan. That ain't for us.
Now, what's the number? 80% goes to Asia.
Yeah, it goes, and by the way, when the pipeline was built in Alaska, the original law said that the oil must come to the USA. And Clinton got rid of that rule. So now it goes to Japan and Asia. And then, the profits go to London because it's British Petroleum.
And that's why they don't let people drill in certain areas, because people like BP are lobbying. Could this be a false flag event because Obama had said they could drill and that would let other companies in, and BP already was doing most of the exploration? Could this be a false flag as a pretext to shut down drilling, which Obama has now announced he's doing?
I have no idea. All I do know is that these guys don't know what, in terms of the actual drilling, they don't know what they're doing. And by the way, my information is that they didn't go down 18,000 feet. They went down much further. That's why they had this pressure burst. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. And they're operating blind, and they cheap out. Where they're supposed to have containment barges. I didn't see them out there. They're supposed to have rubber boom. Why is it that the United States Navy is putting out 12 miles of rubber boom? And by the way, Mr. Obama, why did it take till Thursday to federalize a disaster that occurred on Saturday? If they put that 12 miles of boom around the ship on Sunday, it would have been mostly contained. The Obama administration screwed this up real bad. But BP is ultimately responsible, and they couldn't care less. And don't forget, they're saying it's costing them $4 million a day. They sell $4 million barrels a day, and the price of oil is up $2 a barrel because of the spill. So it costs them $4 million a day, but they make an extra $8 million a day. So
what about Halliburton? What about Halliburton reportedly being?
Right. Halliburton, okay, first of all, they probably drilled the well to 25,000 feet, not 18. Halliburton's supposed to be dumping a cement plug down that well. That's where they make 20% of their profits, Halliburton. And, they're supposed to check the pressure before they drop the plug so they know that it's a big enough plug. Obviously, they didn't. They just took the money and they just dumped the crap over into the cement into the pipe, and they didn't measure nothing. And this is the problem. These guys are cranking in the money, and it's not, then it goes bad, and they go, oh, gee, it's a shame.
Why can't they plug it? We only got about 30. Well, why can't they plug it?
It is so gigantic, and the pressure is so high that they cannot, that it's beyond, they had no preparation for this, and they simply didn't include a remote shutoff valve, which the Brazilian oil company has, the Norwegians have, the other oil companies. When they drill, they have a remote switch, just like, with your remote TV, so they can trigger a shutoff from a distance. They can't trigger the
All right.
shut-off valve.
Greg Palast, when you get back with more info, we look forward to having you on. GregPalast.com. Good to have you back on with us.
You got it, brother. Bye.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your